You've poured the eggnog and lit your trees. The holiday season is here. Today we'll discover decade-old traditions, take a look at holiday shopping trends, and even visit a local dairy farm. Thank you for tuning in. Your UI7 holiday special starts right now.
Live from the Richmond Journalism Teaching Studio on the University of Illinois campus, UI7 News, your U of I news source.
These months, shoppers are in full gear and so are local businesses. However, a rocky financial climate and a looming fiscal cliff can make for turbulent times. UI7's Drew Lennox has more.
'Twas the holiday season, and all through downtown, the store windows adorned with great gifts abound. Festive lights are hung by the doorway with care, in hopes that the customers soon will be there. This year marks the smallest rise in spending since the financial collapse in 2008.
Well, I think, for a lot of the businesses, it's been a struggle.
This struggle for local business is understandable given the craze of big box Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales. However, these local businesses offer a unique personal touch that the big box stores just cannot deliver.
I buy things directly from the artists and the craftspeople for the most part, so there's no middleman. And I make a trip over to Ireland once a year at least to do my buying.
Her store is among many of the wonderful gems you'll find in the downtown area. But despite their quality and authenticity, business has had its turbulent moments.
It was improving every year for the first 4 years, 4.5, and then last year took a big dive. And I think it was kind of that way for most small businesses, at least in this area.
Now in just a few hours, behind me, the Lincoln Square Mall will play host to the Holiday Market, an event that takes place every Saturday during the months of November and December to highlight and showcase items that are made right here in Illinois.
The products that they sell have to be either grown, produced, or made in Illinois. We've got farmers that are selling produce that's grown here in Illinois. Jewelry, it's all handmade jewelry, handmade, there's clothing.
I think that as consumers, we need to remember that we vote for with our dollars. If you want local businesses and you want community development, then you're voting with your dollar. Where are you taking it?
So the next time you're out shopping, take a stop in one of your local stores. It could be a win-win for all involved. Reporting from Champaign-Urbana,
we'll see you later then.
I'm Drew Lennox.
According to the November jobs report, holiday shopping may come easy. The U.S. Labor Department said Friday that the national unemployment rate fell significantly last month. CNN's Karen Kaifa has more.
Despite the gloomy prospect of the nation going over the fiscal cliff, the November jobs report delivered better than expected news. The Labor Department said the nation's unemployment rate fell to 7.7% last month, the lowest in almost 4 years.
It's a steady report that shows that we continue to see jobs again coming back, but we still have a long way to go.
Businesses added 146,000 new jobs. Retailers, boosted by holiday hiring, accounted for about 1/3 of them. Economists expected about 77,000 new jobs, given the toll of Superstorm Sandy and concerns about the fiscal cliff. Tax increases and spending cuts are set to trigger after January 1st unless the White House and congressional Republicans strike a compromise. House Speaker John Boehner said Friday the president's current approach could hamper future job growth.
Because the risk the president wants us to take, increasing tax rates, will hit many small businesses that produce 60 to 70% of the new jobs in our country.
Democrats argue that without tax increases on the wealthy, all Americans are at risk.
We'll never have the revenue necessary to combine with the savings and with the spending cuts to reduce the deficit, to create jobs, to grow the economy.
About 12 million Americans remain out of work. Economists forecast dire consequences without a deal on the fiscal cliff. In Washington, I'm Karen Kaifa.
Soldiers from Fort Stewart reunited with family members Saturday in Savannah, Georgia. 300 members of the 1st Battalion Regiment returned after a 9-month deployment in Afghanistan. This is the third flight of soldiers from the unit to return this month. These brave men and women are home just in time as holiday traditions are starting to begin. The National Hanukkah menorah was lit Sunday during a special ceremony in Washington, D.C. Yesterday marked the first day and second night of Hanukkah. Thousands of people attended the lighting ceremony that took place just south of the White House fence. Cabinet member Jeffrey Zients served as the special guest. Coming up on UI7, we'll have your weather update and take a trip to the farm.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful.
NFC, AFC, offensive linemen, defensive tackles, quarterbacks, and cornerbacks are all working with United Way for a million little reasons. The kids of our communities, to ensure their academic success all the way to graduation day. You see, it takes about 12 years to create a graduate, but it takes the same time to create a dropout. And the difference between a kid becoming one or the other could be a professional athlete, or it could be you. Studies showed the earlier we get to kids, the better their chances. So become a United Way volunteer reader, tutor, or mentor, and make a difference in the life of a child, for the life of that child.
Give. Advocate.
Volunteer. Live united. Join your favorite NFL players. Take the pledge. Go to unitedway.org.
Welcome back to UI7's Holiday Special. Here's a story you won't hear every day. Angela Besh went out to the U of I dairy farm to see what the cows will be doing while everyone else is home for the holidays.
When talking about employment opportunities at the University of Illinois, you might not typically think of a farm. But the U of I farms, including the dairy farm, employ many students every year. Henry Haney is the university's dairy farm manager and is in charge of the student workers.
I have approximately 30 student employees ranging from freshmen to third and fourth year vet students.
These students work in all areas of the farm.
They milk cows at 4 a.m., they milk cows at 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock at night. They feed the cows, they clean the lots, they do vaccinations. The students do basically everything out here.
A lot of students put their hard work into making sure these cows get fed. But what happens when they go home for break?
Of the probably 25 to 30 students that we would typically have on a rotation, that will go quickly down to 6 to 10.
With this steep drop in workers, who's left to take care of the cows?
But what we're having to do at that point is we're going to have to we switch around some of the full-timers that might pick up an extra shift. We'll have a couple students that might work 2 shifts instead of just 1 if they're able to stay.
Brittany Coons has been working at the dairy farm for 2 years and does not mind staying to work over break.
Dairy farming is one of those animal farms that doesn't take a break. So just because it's Christmas or we're done with school doesn't mean a dairy cow doesn't need help.
Full-time employees and devoted students aren't the only ones who pick up the slack over break.
Several faculty have come out and worked on holidays, especially like on Thanksgiving or Christmas Day.
So although the cows won't have their typical student caretakers,
they will not go hungry,
and all the chores will still get done. I'm Angela Besh, UI7 News.
It looks like while the students are away, the cows might play in the snow. Angela is here in the studio to tell us if we should expect a winter wonderland or keep our raincoats on. Angela?
Well, Aubrey, I don't know about snow, but you might want to keep your rain gear out. As you can see, we're getting in the holiday spirit here at UI7. I'm Angie Besh, and here's your weather. For our local temperatures, Champaign is at 29, over in Decatur they're at 27, and up in Bloomington it's around 25. For our Midwest temperatures, up in Chicago it's only freezing at 32, down in St. Louis it's about 27, but take a look over here out in Omaha, down in the single digits at 9. For your national temperatures, in the Midwest we're sitting in the 20s, but over in South Dakota, they're at 0. Take a look down at Florida down here, though, 81. Taking a look at your satellite, it's pretty clear out in the Midwest, but take a look at this storm system. This is what dumped all that snow in Wisconsin last night. It's going down from Texas all the way up to New York, where they're probably getting some snow right now. Tonight, it's going to be mostly clear with a low of 26. Winds will be coming out of the northwest at 7 miles per hour. Tomorrow it'll be mostly sunny with a low of 24, winds at 12 miles per hour coming out of the south-southwest. Taking a look at your 5-day, Tuesday it'll be a high of 40 with a low of 24. Wednesday and Thursday will both be nice and sunny with a high of 44 on Wednesday and a low of 29. Thursday it'll be a high of 47 with a low of 32. And Friday it'll be pretty warm with a high of 49, only getting down to 39. Saturday you might want to get out your raincoats. It'll be 45, but get ready for it to freeze because the low is 31.
Thanks so much, Angela. I'm so excited that there might be a chance for a white holiday season.
Yes, I've been keeping my fingers crossed for a white Christmas.
Right, and now really the next best thing might be hot chocolate if you can't have a white Christmas.
Right, I'll get right on that.
Thank you, ma'am. And when we return, we'll be crafting in our Sunday's best. This is UI7's holiday special.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call or visit fatherhood.gov to learn more.
The odds of this daughter of a clergyman spending 11 weeks at #1 on the U.S. singles charts? 1 in 19 million. The odds of going on to win 6 Grammy Awards? 1 in 1.4 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 88. I'm Toni Braxton, and I encourage you to learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
Danse, balance la cadence, ondule bien tes hanches, au bal du dimanche. Danse, que la fête commence, dans ma belle robe blanche, je suis ton chou.
You didn't give up on sex? Don't give up on birth control either. There are more methods than you think. Find yours at bedsider.org.
There are a million places you'd never consider texting. So why would you do it while driving? Leave risky driving to the professionals. Stop the texts, and together we can stop the wrecks.
The Christmas is 15 days away. One religious community proves it's never too early to prepare. Mike Burton takes us to a local church that rings in the season with a night of fun and fellowship.
Evening begins as community members, young and old, carefully craft holiday ornaments and church decorations.
The little ones are all excited about being able to create their own ornament.
The annual event is called Hanging of the Greens, a fun day of preparation for the birth of Jesus Christ. At the Wesley United Methodist Church, it has become a generational gem.
All of her ornaments from the years past are on our trees now at home.
But what's fun without educational enrichment?
I think it's a wonderful opportunity for the kids to try new things. Each table with projects is a little bit different, and they can learn some of the symbolic Christmas ideas.
Now that the decorations are complete, it's time to eat. Part 2 of the evening takes place in the fellowship hall. The celebration of Christ's birth continues with food and drink as guests anticipate the final activity for the night, the pageant.
My favorite part of the pageant is being able to share the holiday cheer and putting a lot of effort.
As the players play on and the end of the evening nears, it's this holiday cheer that brings the community back every year.
And my hope is that as they continue to live out their life, that this will be at least one part where they'll come back to the church and enjoy the Christmas season, hearing the Christmas story, and that their faith just continues to grow and be a part of their everyday life.
In Champaign, I'm Mike Burton.
Merry Christmas!
Thanks, Mike. Those kids are definitely feeling the holiday cheer. If you're not yet in the spirit of the season, perhaps some lights may help. Let's take a walk down Candlestick Lane. This is Kim Harden's home on Grant Place in Urbana. It may look ready for the holiday season, however,
there is more work to be done.
On a normal street, this holiday display would do, but Grant Place is no longer a normal street. It is now Candlestick Lane. Decking the halls, or in this case the homes on Candlestick Lane, is a time-honored tradition, one in which homeowners take seriously, spending entire days working on their light displays.
I personally spent from 10 o'clock this morning till about 4 o'clock this afternoon putting up my lights. So I would say on average I spend anywhere from 8 to 10 hours doing lights.
Richard Burnett and his wife Jeanne live just a few houses down from Kim. They've been putting up their lights since they first moved to the lane 34 years ago. This year, Richard and Jeanne set up, lined their yard, put a snowman on the roof, and managed not to blow a fuse. Time spent
in the neighborhood of 23 hours.
As homeowners on Candlestick Lane know, these lights may be beautiful, but it takes time and effort to put them up each year. Not to mention, they can also be dangerous. According to the Product Safety Commission, 11,000 people end up in the emergency room every Christmas due to decorating injuries, which include cuts, burns, and broken bones. So if you want to save your time and forget the risk, it might be best if you hire somebody for the job. Cue David Jones, owner of Kingdom Lawn Care, a Christmas decor service provider. Serving the Champaign-Urbana area and the surrounding communities, Christmas Decor does it all.
We provide the lights, we provide the installation, we provide the takedown, we provide the storage. So it is an absolutely turnkey business where all you have to do is pay me and then enjoy your lights.
And to Jones, hanging up these lights may be tiring, but it's worth it.
It's such a satisfying job. It's exhausting because you're up and down a ladder, you're bending over, you're on a roof. But at the end of the day, when a customer calls me or sends me an email and says, my house looks phenomenal, thanks again, we'll see you next year. That's what I do. That's why I do what I do.
Whether you hire someone for the job or put them up yourself, these lights seem to do much more than twinkle.
We're putting up lights, but we're also spreading Christmas cheer.
One of the important things about Christmas, I think, is people being happy, being part of a community, sharing, and lights just kind of help you do that.
The love that the season brings, it's incredible.
Yeah.
You know, I wish people could be like that 365 days a year. That'd be a different world.
The official lighting ceremony for Candlestick Lane will take place Saturday, December 15th, on the corner of Grant Place and Eastern Drive in Urbana. And after the 15th, the lane will light up every night from 5 to 10 p.m. through December 25th. And it's going to be a fantastic event, Angela. I really can't wait for it.
Yeah, I hope I can make it. But in the meantime...
Yes?
There's yours.
Thank you so much for making this.
No problem.
I'm so excited. Well, from all of us here at UI7, cheers and happy holidays.
Well done.
Woo! I want some of this whipped cream. I'm not gonna lie. Is that weird? That's a little weird. I just want the whipped cream. I'm just gonna. Okay.
I don't care. I don't mind.
No judgment.
I won't judge. Whipped cream's good stuff.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Let's get
Pretty tasty. We'll need
All
more.
right, we have to do it again.
All right, right now. Let's do it. Do it to it.
Aubrey's ready
Yes.
when you are.
Hoorah! Oh no, not. I understand.
Here's the season.